From Churchland High School in Portsmouth, Virginia, WHCS Channel 46 presents Boys Group AAA Regional Semifinal Basketball Contest between the number 1 seed Bethel Bruins and the number 4 seed Heritage Hurricanes. Here tonight, Mike Hauser along with Bob Henson, our statistician here, as we are getting set to send it over to Bob Hinch now, as he is with Coach Greg Breon, of the head coach of the Bethel Bruins.
Well, first of all, Coach, congratulations on winning the regular season, number 1 seed over here. You got to be excited for Peninsula District teams in the finals.
Well, I don't know if I'm excited or not because it's going to be a tough game tonight, but we're pleased that we're here, and we know Heritage High School is going to be a tough opponent tonight, so we're just looking for good things out of this game.
Well, now, let me ask you, when you play a team as many times, this is what, the 3rd or 4th time?
This is the 4th meeting this year.
Do you guys get to where they're almost complacent because they know what the other team's going to do? How do you get them excited?
Well, I don't think they're complacent. We know what's at stake tonight, just like they do. And this game, if you don't win, you're going home. So that's the motivation for our guys tonight, is to come out and play hard and try to advance. So that's what we're looking for.
What do you look from Heritage tonight? Anything different?
Nothing different. We know each other upside down. They know us the same way. And it's just a matter of the kids stepping out there and winning the basketball game tonight. And that's what I hope happens. The kids win the game.
Well, and that's the key. Listen, again, congratulations, and you're doing a great job at Bethel. We're loving having you there.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Bob.
Good enough. Let's go back over to Mike.
All right, back here at Churchland High School, as we are getting set to start our first semifinal game between the Bethel Bruins, seeded number 1 in the regional tournament, as they will be playing host to the Hurricanes of Heritage High School. They are this number 4 seed. And Bob returns to the table here with us.
Well, we had a little mix-up,
little technical difficulties.
Difficulties, but Dennis Katufa's a good guy, and he understood, but he also is ready to coach, and he's not going to stand there next to me all night long. So
they want this game bad.
We get a chance to do our sponsors yet.
And they're going to be calling out the starting lineups here in just a second. All right.
Tonight's contest is brought to you by the following: Zooms with 14 convenient Peninsula locations, and in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the manager. Give them a call at 827-4670. And we will do a player of the game from each one of from the Bethel Bruins tonight, and that player receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Dave Buckwalter, and the shirt comes from the Islanders Sporting Goods located in Pocosin. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment, uniforms, plus screen printing. Give Dave Chubb a call at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner. As they're getting ready to introduce the players, I think we're going to go with the national anthem. So you'll stand by for the playing of our national anthem.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, after the great country of Brazil versus the basketball, while Dennis Double Senior, Abel Burwell, 6 months leading our national anthem.
Oh,
All right. Talk about our crew. We got Scotty Bowers as the director doing graphics and audio. Andy Foley, engineer down Rouse, cameras Nathaniel Braxton, Susan Bowers, and Ron ESPN Baton. Instant replay, Andre Mattingly. We also have Ricky Barnes in learning tonight, so we're glad to have him up here. Ricky Brown, I'm sorry. What did I say?
Yeah, shortly here we'll bring up the starting lineups as they're now announcing the Heritage Hurricane starters.
Well, that was number 34, Rudy Foy, number 32, Norman Monroe, number 40, Adrian Brown.
Starting lineups tonight for the Heritage Hurricanes. Point guards Brian Graves, at the guard Rudy Foy, Marcus Ward, and playing forward Norman Monroe and Adrian Brown. And those are your starters for the Heritage Hurricanes. And
the Hurricanes, what are seeded number 4?
They're seeded number 4 as they advanced early in the Peninsula District tournament. To allow themselves to contend here in the Eastern regions. As everybody knows, you only had to win the first game to advance.
Right.
And if you don't know, the new format allowed 8 teams to, 4 teams from each division to advance to the regionals, as Hampton's Crabbers, Bethel Bruins, the Heritage Hurricanes, and the Woodside Wolverines were the 4 teams that represented the Peninsula District as they advanced to the regionals, and we did a complete sweep, and that's a rarity, but it's something new.
It's something new, but that's great. Shows you the strength of the basketball on the peninsula.
I listened to Walter Brower from Hampton, interview he had with some of the other media, and he said that any of the teams out of the Peninsula District, they basically got everybody set up and ready to go for this tournament because they had to play each other. Here's your starting lineup now for the Bethel Bruins. At the guards is Thomas Sumter, Vernon Davis, and your forwards Bernardo Butler, James Williams, and Chris Ellis is playing the center position, number 44 for the Bruins.
All right, we got our referees tonight. Have we talked about those young men?
And they're all Peninsula District referees.
For both games, right?
For both games.
We got Jim Downey as the referee, Bob Cockrell and Kevin Ricks are helping. And there you see them, Jim Downey, Bob Cockrell, and Kevin Ricks.
Excellent referee crew here as they've worked together a lot this year.
I didn't get a chance to talk to Dennis because I wanted to talk to him what his team thinks about playing the same team 4 different times. We did the one game over at Bethel, if you remember.
That's right.
Heritage won in overtime.
That was a whale of a game too.
Yeah.
As Heritage came back late in the game to tie it in regulation, and then basically wore down the Bruins to win it in overtime. That was a very good game.
Looks like they're coming out with a triangle in 1 or box in 1. They got somebody on Jimmy Williams. They're going to play man-to-man.
That's Brian Graves. That's Brian Graves playing man-to-man on Jimmy Williams, and he's got him blanketed. Well, with the early, okay, they're trying to get the cheerleaders out of the way of the play of the game. So the Bethel Bruins keep possession. Just ask the young ladies to sit down and get out of the way, because I tell you what, we came here a couple years ago and actually saw a couple of cheerleaders get hurt because they were too close to the court. And this is a large gym.
Yeah, it really is, but they get up real close on that baseline.
Thomas Sumter there with the ball as the Bruins passing the ball around. I tell you, he got lucky he didn't get a foul on that ball.
Yeah, Chris Ellis was on the back. But that's what they want to make Bethel do. They want to take the ball out of Jimmy Williams' hands because he can do so much. Bruins in a zone. And a steal.
Yeah. Turnover on the play by the Hurricanes. And I tell you right, the Bethel Bruins are going to want to run. They like run. They like to run. And you'll see that the Heritage Hurricanes can run right along with them too.
Yeah.
They split the regular season with each other as they're battling underneath there for that loose ball.
Yeah, what happened that time is Chris Ellis tried to put the ball on the ground and drive. Well, you got a collapsing zone like that. You got 4 men playing the zone, and and number 3, Brian Graves, is playing man-to-man. They're going to have to set some screens for Jimmy Williams to get him free.
That is a turnover by the Bruins on a change of area of possession from the tie-up. So far, there's no shots been taken in the game, as there's...
Yeah, one shot down here that was missed by the Bruins.
That was a block by the Bruins. 3-point attempt. And there's Jimmy Williams skying for that rebound. And Jimmy can really get up in the air a lot.
He really can. We're getting a lot of contact out there. Where is the first 3?
Vernon Davis can put the ball in the hole from outside.
Bruins are now in a man-to-man. They come out of that zone, and they're playing man-to-man now.
Nice drive that just trickles off the rim. There's another tie-up off the rebound.
Oh, that's
good defense there.
Yeah, you know, that's Norman Monroe needed to make that. He was wide open. Yep. Chris Ellis did not play good defense with his feet and let him drive around him for should have been an easy layup.
And there's another bad throw. And the Bruins get to keep the ball, but he could very well have had another turnover there.
Well, and it's the aggressiveness of the zone are getting their hands in the passing zones or the passing lanes.
You know, the Heritage Hurricanes had to play a buzzsaw to get here.
Yeah.
They had to play the team that at one time during the year was ranked number 3 in the state, undefeated, until they lost the game to Highland Springs in that tournament up in Richmond. And that, by the way, was an overtime contest, but Heritage had to go in there and play Nansemond River and did quite well. It came out ahead, obviously. And the Bethel Bruins have, in their first round game, played that extremely well.
Has 2 steals that time by...
there was a foul. He did finally call it. He was pancaked.
And that's the 3. Was that a 3-pointer? And last time down the court, did not have a man-to-man on Jimmy. Watch the foul.
Yeah, they didn't get it. A little off on that one. That's Bernardo Butler at the line shooting.
Bernardo's got the ball tipped, but the follow-through on the block caught him in body contact. And I see that Adrian Brown is sitting on the sideline. He might have hurt himself. Give him 2.
Yeah, they only called that a 2-point shot. And I could have swore he was behind that arc, but he was 1 for 2 at the line there.
And then we had a jump ball on a try to put back, a nice rebound by Chris Ellis, but tied up, putting it up. Possession error over to the Hurricanes.
We've played for just over 3 minutes now, and we've had, 4 change of possession errors already in the first quarter. So the defense is playing well right now on both squads. That's a 2-pointer.
3.
Gave him 3 on it, huh?
Yeah, the orange line. Nice
Jimmy
block.
Williams, a nice defense there on Jimmy.
That was 32. That's Monroe. Got a hand on the ball.
He got away with a push-off that time as Luigi and Radford scores. That was a 3. That was a little bit off target.
And we got a foul on the over the back.
The foul on the rebound.
Yeah.
Who'd he give it to?
Short.
So far, both teams are getting away with some pushes under there.
Well, if it's a physical game, that's what Dennis Katufas wants. He wants the physical game. Heritage leading by 1.
At the line shooting 2, number 24, Marcus Ward, misses the first one, cans the second one. It's now 6-4 in favor of the Hurricanes, 3:54 to go here in the first period.
Ivan Digg comes in and replaces him. And within a zone.
There's a double turnover stolen by Marcus. No, that's 34. That's Rudy Foy.
Yeah, Foy could see that coming.
Yeah, that is a very deceptive young man there with his speed. He's also a very good scorer too.
Well, that's a tough pass to throw across court with the zone.
Shot good by number 32, Norman Monroe, for his first basket of the night.
And they've doubled the Bruins.
8-4, 3. And you know, the Bruins have been known to fall behind early in the game, but they've always been able to come back.
Well, they're short on their shots.
Oh, nice pass.
Oh, good block.
Excellent block by Jimmy Williams as he went up again, and the Heritage Hurricanes came away with the rebound on that. Rudy Foy again, a little off the mark that time, and there's Jimmy Williams up, and he gets the rebound but turns around and throws the ball away. A lot of sloppy play right now.
Ivan Diggs kept his eyes open.
That's a three-pointer by Rudy Foy.
Bruins are playing real sloppy right now.
Jimmy Williams, they had him triple team. They're not going to let Jimmy get any shots off tonight. That's one of the things that they're going to work on a lot.
Bernardo Butler
was that a three-point
really
attempt?
Yeah, but he didn't even hit nothing.
Well, he has shown to be a streak shooter, especially with the three-pointers. He was extremely hot in their opening game win, where they blew away that Southeastern District team. They are really battling. Man.
Holy moly.
Can you believe all these change of possessions that they're having by tie-ups?
Oh, we need to put on the pads.
Bruins get the change of possession on a tie-up.
34, Josh Thomas is in for Chris Ellis.
There's a three-pointer by Vernon Davis as he nailed that one.
Well, they need to do something. We just lost our sound. There we go. Momentarily, I couldn't hear myself.
11-7, Hurricanes lead, a minute and 15 to go here in the opening period. And that looked like a clean block, but he got called for.
Well, I think a little bit of the body.
Could have been.
And that was Kevin Dawes.
There's only two fouls called on each team so far in this I mean, they are playing some physical ball. That's Lucian Radford. It's at the line. He'll be shooting 2. And the first one.
Watch the replay on the foul, and you can see he goes in, makes the move right there, and got him with the body. That's what they called.
Yeah, they got both of those free throws. They lead now 13-7 over the Bruins. Right at a minute to go here in the opening period of the first semifinal contest of the night, as the Hurricanes got another steal and a lay-in. My goodness.
They got the ball into the man at the
Lucian Radford.
Right at the top of the key, and he didn't protect the ball. Just took it right out of his hand.
That's 6 points for him already. It looks like the Bruins may be a little bit confused at the defense that the Hurricanes are throwing at them. That's a 3-point attempt. Vernon Davis on the long rebound.
That was a nice drive, but he got fouled before he shot the ball.
Ryan Graves steps back in for the Hurricanes.
Nice drive right here, and then he's bumped. In the pros, he'd have got that. That would have been a continuation.
Nice. Well, I'll tell you what, I've seen a few of those called in high school this year.
They're not supposed to, but they do.
No. Another three-pointer by Davis, short. Right now he is 2 of 6 from shooting threes now. He just got the rebound, and that'll conclude the first quarter of play.
And I tell you, the Bruins are just throwing the ball away. They're making too many mental mistakes out there, and that's why they're trailing by 8.
15-7 with the Heritage Hurricanes leading the Bethel Bruins here at the end of the first period of play.
We want to thank Zooms as one of our corporate sponsors. They got 14 convenient peninsula locations. Get your Beantown coffee, fried chicken, potato wedges, Krispy Kreme donuts, ham and cheese subs, Cokes, and fill up your tank with that good Citgo gasoline.
Shooting in the first half, the Bethel Bruins were 2 of 10, shooting 20%. And both of their shots were threes.
Now that hurts, that hurts. Got to do better than that.
And the Heritage Hurricanes were a little bit better. Bruins have 3 personal fouls in the first period, and the Heritage Hurricanes, well, the other way around. Heritage has 3 and Bethel has 2. One of the things that we're going to have a hard time hearing here at this gym is that was a 3-point attempt also by Brian Graves.
Yeah, we're picking up a little music. We may be bouncing.
Well, the other thing is, too, is when they call a foul, they don't put it up on the scoreboard. So we don't really know who the foul's called unless we can hear them announce it.
Another ill-advised pass. Trying to force something that's not there. No, but I was talking about we getting a little music in our earphones, and if we get to talking with a nice rhythm, you'll know why.
Built-in music here, another turnover.
Whoa, had an arm and got by with it.
Yeah, and the referee was standing right there in front of him, too. Oh, he was open there. I thought he'd have took that shot. Jimmy Williams. There's Williams for a 3, and it's good. His first 3 of the night.
That's his first points of the night.
That's right. That cuts the Hurricane lead down to 5 at 15-10.
A couple of the threes, if you can make some defensive stop, a couple of threes will get you back in the game real quick.
That's right. And the Bruins have 3-point shooters. They have a host of them. There's a 3 by Rudy Foy, and
that guy can hit him.
I'm telling you, Rudy Foy can shoot the ball. Seen a lot of him this year. In the Peninsula District Tournament, he scored a lot of points in those games.
Nice feed.
Absolutely.
Beautiful feed. That was number, who was that, 34, Josh Thomas, feeding the ball to Kevin Hawes. Watch this, awesome. Made a move to the basket, little bounce pass right there. Super, nice hands.
Got him right across the arm. At the line, Kevin Hawes, as he goes to shoot to connect on the 3-point play and sinks it.
You like to see your big men who can pass the ball.
Well, that's what you call threading the needle.
Yep.
It was a nice bounce pass, which is like you don't see a whole lot of now. Adrian Brown trying to force the issue there, and he got the foul.
That was going to be against the Bruins, number 32, that ball. And it's the second personal foul, but 13 foul. Adrian Brown is the line to shoot 2 for Hurricanes.
Watch the foul on this end. Nice move to the basket right here, but you see he goes up and he really drew some contact.
Made the first one and missed the second one. And then
nice rebound, but then
yep.
Yeah, that was, who was that, Monroe, but he walked after he got it. If you're the Bruins and you got that inside position, you got to block out.
I don't believe they put the 19th point up on the board for the, he did make the first free throw.
No, he didn't.
He didn't? Okay, that is correct. It is 18. So he missed both free throws. There's Sumter on the three-point attempt, a little bit offline there.
What a contact under the basket.
You see how Rudy Foy is trying to force the issue, getting under the basket there.
Well, he's trying to get some fouls on Jimmy Williams because Jimmy's been known to get into foul trouble.
And they retained possession after the ball was inadvertently kicked out of bounds by one of the Bruin players. Look at the defenses being played right here on. The Bruins are playing. I believe they're in a man-to-man right now.
Yep, they're in a man-to-man. They went man-to-man about the second time they went down the court.
Nice drive by Brian Graves as he broke free, got away from Thomas Sumter there and got the lay-in.
That was a good move that time by Vernon Davis. They're expecting him to shoot the three, made the drive, went up, drew the foul. I don't know if that was 32.
Yeah, they're going to show it again here.
Yeah, 32. Monroe made the got charged for the foul.
Vernon Davis at the line to shoot two, making the first one. 20-14 is the score now. 4 minutes and 51 seconds to go here in the first half as the Heritage Hurricanes still hold the lead. Davis makes the second one, draws them another point closer. 20-15.
Bethel needs to see if they can make a defensive stop.
Roll out.
Nice play.
You can't let a man get the ball down there in that kind of position in the box.
That gives Radford 8 points in the first half as he seems to be able to control the ball underneath. They're getting the ball to him, and he's muscling his way in. That was a forced shot, and this ought to be a stuff here. Jimmy Williams took that feed, and there was nobody within 30 feet of him.
Good defense down here. Jimmy hadn't made it back down the court yet.
Woo. That was Norman Moreau driving in there, and somebody got a hold of his hand and just almost pulled it right out of his arm.
Good shot of Craig Breon on the Bethel Bruin bench. He's concerned. A very important game because whoever wins this goes to the state tournament.
Right. Loser goes home. Will end their season tonight. One of them will. And no matter what happens tonight with the winner, the tomorrow night's game, the Eastern Region Championship game, will be bragging rights. Thomas Sumter, excellent play. Nice move by Thomas Sumter to get that lay-in.
And they made the defensive stop, made the basket. Now they're within 3. That's what you got to do, get back in the game.
22-19 Heritage. 3:20 to go here in the second quarter. The Bruins are easing their way back into the game again. That's a block by Jimmy Williams. He got the block on the ball, and they're playing football again. The Bruins come away with it this time. And what a pass, and then he lost his handle.
Well, see, your big man is not going to get that pass when it's that low.
No, but they were definitely trying to get that one.
Yep.
Thought Jimmy might have been a little lucky not getting that foul over here. a little while ago.
There's been a lot of fouls that haven't been called tonight, Mike.
Yeah, they're letting them play, that's for sure.
Yeah, again, you can't let the big man get the ball under the basket like that.
Yeah, that's Norman Monroe. That's 4 points for him. Nice move by Jimmy. They left him open, and he missed the lay-in, but he got his own rebound.
I don't think we've had a timeout tonight, have we?
No, that's 7 points now for Jimmy. And what a pass. He threaded the needle there and got the basket. What are they going to give it to him?
That was just not a very good play.
They are going to count the basket. That gives him 6, and he gets to go to the line to shoot for the three-point play.
And yes, your big man trying to make a steal and then leaves you. The guy that gets the ball wide open, that just is, you got to play smarter than that. And I tell you, the Bruins have not played real smart, but they're only down by 6 right there. See?
Nice feed, and the Bruins just went across there and blocked them.
Yeah. It just was not a good defensive series that time for the Bruins down the court.
27-21. Heritage leads. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go here. Three-point attempt by Davis. There's Jimmy Williams getting a rebound again. That was a little off.
We're going to have a blocking foul on Chris Ellis.
Allen to be against the Bruins, number 44, Chris Ellis. And it's his first personal foul. 16 foul.
I don't know. That could have been either way.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the second period of play. And Bernardo Butler for the Bruins was really lighting it up the other night. And
hey, Dennis,
he hadn't done a lot tonight.
No, Dennis might just want to go for the last shot. I want to take a second here. I want to thank Zooms because they're giving an award to the senior basketball player in each one of the teams in the Hampton school system this year who has demonstrated academic excellence. These players will be awarded plaques at a school board meeting after the season. We'd like to thank David Allen and Zooms for the continuing support of WHCS and our student athletes. And in the stands tonight, we got some of our buddies. We got Jack McDonald along with his wife Glenna and his son Joey, and somewhere, and I'm not sure where they are, but Barbara and Brent Musgrove along with Roy Watson. Always follow the Peninsula District team. Good to have them.
Well, in all honesty, this is a better crowd than I really expected to see here tonight. When you take 4 Peninsula District teams and have to travel across the water to Churchland to play in the Eastern Region, usually you can only see the teams that the people that follow them. Nice penetration shot there by Brian Graves.
When the Bruins have gone for a steal and have not gotten a steal, they have
They've left
paid
themselves
for it.
wide open. That's right. 29-21. There's Butler on a drive, and looks like he got his own rebound, but then lost possession of it. And Butler's 0 for 3 tonight, and he only has 1 point. You notice how they're still trying to feed the ball into Radford.
Yeah.
It was an excellent play there, but he just couldn't get a hold of the ball.
Well, the bounce high, and he just couldn't handle it. But I tell you, it's not a bad strategy because they've gotten some real good shots when they've got the ball inside.
Now, see, this is one of the things that the Bruins have been able to do here so far in the game before this one is work the ball around the top like that and drive and then feed off.
Yeah.
Jimmy Williams getting his 4th basket of the night.
Well, and he got a nice offensive rebound. We got less than 15 seconds. I look for Dennis to take the last shot.
29-23 as we're down to 7 seconds to go. That's Rudy Foy passing. He walked and got it and didn't get away with that one. So the Bruins will get a chance to get the last shot off. There's still 3 ticks on the clock there. See if the Heritage Hurricanes will try to put a little bit of pressure on them so they don't get a wide open shot. And Jimmy did not get a wide open, but he almost sank it. That's the half. And at the half, the Heritage Hurricanes lead the Bethel Bruins 29-23.
I will be right back after this quick timeout.
All right, back here as we are getting set to start the second half of play. Heritage Hurricanes leading 29-23 here. Watch this jam by on a nice feed as Jimmy Williams went down the court and had absolutely nobody within 30 feet of him. He could have stood there and held on to the rim for another 2 minutes without having to worry about that one.
Yeah, but they'd have called it technical on him.
A couple of halftime stats here now for the Bethel Bruins, and the leading scorer so far in the first half, Jimmy Williams, has 9 points. 8 points for Vernon Davis, 3 points for Devin Hawes, 2 points for Thomas Sumter, and 1 for Bernardo Butler. For the Heritage Hurricanes, their leading scorer is number 30 with 8 points, and that is Lucian Radford. Norman Monroe has 7, Rudy Foy has 6, and Brian Graves has 7 for the Heritage Hurricanes. Turnovers in the first half. Heritage had 8 and Bethel was 7. A lot of turnovers.
A lot of turnovers.
There was an awful lot of tied up possessions, and you could see the possession there changing back and forth, even more so than those totals indicate. Rebounding in the first half, the Bethel Bruins were out rebounded by the Hurricanes 13-11. As the Bruins will start the second half with possession of the ball.
Well, and our second half is brought to you in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the manager. For a tour of their facilities, please stop by or call 827-4670. And again, by Zooms with 14 convenient Peninsula locations.
And right off the bat, Vernon Davis nails a 3.
That'll get you back in the game.
That'll get you back in quick. Yeah, it will. 29-26 as the Bruins now only trail by 3 points. Looks like the Bruins have really picked up the defensive pressure too. A little bit more active in this half. Jimmy Williams with the rebound again. He's leads the team in rebounding also in the game. Nice tip in by Jimmy Williams. Excellent.
Nice job of finding an opening and tapping that ball in. 5 quick points by the Bruins, bring them within 1, Mike.
First minute's gone by. Heritage has not scored. Bethel has scored the first 5 points of the quarter and now trail 29-28 to the Hurricanes.
5-second violation.
There's another turnover for the Heritage Hurricanes. That was a little not paying attention to what they were doing that time. Looks like he might have lost a little bit of his concentration. Didn't realize the defensive man was on him as tight as he was. So the Bruins with the opportunity to take the lead here. I don't believe they've led in the entire game.
In and out, but Jimmy could have had a charging foul.
That could have very easily been a player control foul that time. And Rudy Foy on the rebound.
Oh, there was a walk that they missed. Well, they got it that time. He either walked or he stepped out of bounds. But that's 2 quick turnovers for the Hurricanes. Have yet to shoot the ball in the second half.
Almost a steal there. Vernon Davis on the drive as he misses it. That, believe it or not, is Vernon Davis's first 2-point attempt in the game. Every shot he's made or attempted has been a 3-pointer.
Well, that's a way to fight for the ball that time. Adrian Brown just kept after it, missed the shot, got his rebound, put back up, put it in, and drew the foul. Got a chance for the 3-pointer. Right here you see he gets the rebound right here and goes up, draws the foul.
Looks like
No
the
doubt about it.
foul may have been on
Bernardo
Butler. He picks up his second foul of the game. Looks like Adrian misses. That's his third missed free throw of the game. That's an offensive foul called against Thomas Sumter.
Yeah, there was nothing there. You're trying to make something happen that's not there.
That's his first foul.
Bruins are picking up full court.
So far in the second half, the Bruins have been called for 2 fouls, and there have been no fouls called against Heritage yet in this quarter. Rudy Foy on the pull-up, and nothing but net on that one.
Bruins got within 1, and now they're trailing by 5.
Well, I tell you, the Bethel Bruins cannot take Heritage lightly, because the Hurricanes can play basketball. Coach Katufis is an excellent coach. He's been around for a lot of years.
He started off system at Warwick High School with Jim Harvey, and then took over at Denby, and then took over at Heritage.
That foul was on Adrian Brown, number 40. Okay, number 40. That's his first of the game. Shooting 2 is Jimmy Williams, missing the first one.
Yeah, just no follow through on that shot. Just kind of short-armed it. There you go. That's a much better shot, but it was short.
33-28 Hurricanes, 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the third period. There's Foy with an excellent pass.
Great
Norman
pass.
Monroe going in to stuff the ball, and I believe it was that Jimmy that got him, as Jimmy Williams just hammered him. One thing it was effective of, it kept him from getting the basket.
He's going to have to make him. They're going to have to. He's going to have to make him from the foul line.
Well, he's already 0 for 3 in this. No, I'm sorry, that was the wrong one. He is. He's 1 for 2 now. Adrian Brown is 0 for 3. Norman Monroe sinks that one. 34-28 now. Hurricanes out in front of the Bruins. And there's Jimmy Williams with a long three-pointer. That was outside the NBA line, gentlemen. Three-point attempt there by Brian Graves is a little bit short also. You know, every year we come to this gym, we see the same thing out of all the players. When they see that black line, they think that's the three-point line. And that is actually the NBA line. And there's a three-pointer by Vernon Davis.
And they've just extended this lead to 9.
No, that wasn't Davis.
I think it's 24, but I think
the Bruins get their defensive rebound.
Thomas Sumter.
Bodies laying all over the place.
Thomas Sumter's battling underneath of that board. He's one of the smallest guys on the court, and he ends up with the basket. 37-30, Heritage leading the Bruins. Passes underneath, and it bounces off the back of the rim.
Well, I tell you, it wasn't because he didn't have good position.
Well, that time Radford wasn't able to connect on that one. There's a foul on a rebound by Radford.
And that foul's on number 30.
Yeah, that's his first of the game. You can tell that the Bruins are starting to get a little bit more active underneath the boards now.
I don't think, has the Bruins had the lead at all?
They have not led in this game.
I didn't think so.
They had a chance earlier when they cut the lead down to 1. That's going to be a blocking call against the Hurricanes.
That looks like Foy.
Yep, that's who it is. That's his first.
The Bruins had the first 4 points on the board.
That's right, they did.
And there's
three-pointer by Vernon Davis. And the Bruins did. They scored the first 4 points of the game.
And
that's their only lead.
That's right.
Vernon Davis just buries a three-pointer to cut that Hurricane lead down to 4 at 37-33.
And that's a foul on Jimmy Williams.
It's his second foul of the game.
Well, they did a switch on a screen, and he picked up, who was that? Brown. Brown went to the basket.
All right, he is 0 for 3 so far in the game. Let's see if he can sink one here. Got that one. Broke the string. Every time the Bruins start to make a run, the Hurricanes get a basket to counteract everything that the Bethel is trying to accomplish. And there's another three-point attempt, and he cans it. Vernon Davis, all net.
Well, I tell you, Vernon Davis is right now.
Bob Killen tells us that Jimmy Williams has 10 rebounds in this game. Along with his 11 points. And a steal. And a drive. And he's going to count it. Did you see that one-handed shot?
Holy moly.
Oh, man. I want to see a replay of that one. Timeout by the Hurricanes. And let's go bring the house down. We get to see it again. Watch his one-handed scoop dunk.
Well, I tell you, Dennis is upset because he thought the foul was before the shot.
Yeah, well, in all honesty, so did I. But, you know.
Hey, give it to him.
Give it to him. That was a top-notch dunk there.
Watch it again.
Watch that scoop and slam.
I tell you. Woo!
Tie game, brings it back even.
Go to Zoom's, get your Beantown coffee, your chicken, your potato wedges, and buy your Krispy Kreme donuts like Killen does.
Buy the box
and one. And
Bob says, I missed something.
No, you didn't.
He's talking about you again, Bob. Talking about you eating them donuts.
Hey, and Jack McDonald tells me that Killen had never met a hot dog he didn't like.
I can believe it after what I saw him eating at dinner time early tonight. Jimmy Williams at the line attempting the three-point play after that classic dunk, I call it.
Yes, it was.
And he makes it good as the Bethel Bruins have now taken the lead with 2:20 to go here in the third period. 39-30 over the Heritage Hurricanes. I believe that was going to go against Jimmy. It is. That will be his third foul now. And believe it or not, all three of those fouls have been in the third period. Third foul in the third period.
Well, he's going to come out. He'll sit down the remainder of this period.
Yeah, they can't really afford him to pick up a fourth foul. And he got him on a reach-in foul before he that could have easily gone against the other way on that drive, too.
Yeah.
Foy on a long three-pointer is off the rim. He did. Basket's good by number 40, Adrian Brown.
Did we have a little walk before he went up?
That's one of the things Mr. Killen here was talking about, and I kind of agree, but the guys in the stripes aren't going to catch them all, I guess. As Heritage has retaken over the lead, 40-39, and it looks like we're going to be in one of those classic back-and-forth matchups now. He could have got a push-off call on that one. He didn't do it.
They called it on
Sumter, it looks like.
Yeah.
Bernardo, that's his third.
Vernon Davis, number 11.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not Davis. I thought it was Davis.
I thought he gave a 22 signal. My fault.
Gave
That's
a
his
1-on-1.
That is his first foul. Team's 6th here in the second half. So any more fouls in the remainder of the game, and Heritage will be at the 1-1.
Heritage is getting the offensive rebound, so they're getting more than one shot.
Yeah, that's the shortest fella on the gym, on the court there, got the rebound that time. Drive, another tip in, and he got it again. Ivan Diggs is getting up high for those rebounds. Oh, nice pass. He almost lost it, but put it in.
Well, they got
Norman Monroe.
4 tries that time.
10 points now for Monroe. As the Heritage Hurricanes now have extended their lead to 42-39 after the Bruins had come back to take an early lead.
We just had a foul that time on
number 40, Adrian Brown.
Yeah.
That's his second, team's 5th.
Well, it was a good job that time of Thomas getting the ball and trying to get it inside.
Watch him triple team him.
Right there.
All 3 of them. And it just so happened that the pass, he tried to go over top of Brown's head, and he stuck his arm up and got a little piece of him. There's a 3-pointer again, it's short. That one should go against him, that's right. That was a good call. Vernon Davis again trying for 3. Was a little bit short on that one. And he's 3 of 5 from 3-point shots in the second half. As Vernon Davis has 17 points now in the game. We're under 10 seconds to go in the third period as the Hurricanes are going to go for the last and then turn around and turn the ball over. And he will attempt a 3. It's going to be good if it goes, and it's no good. Vernon Davis. Man, what a third quarter play. 8 minutes to go left in the game now as the Heritage Hurricanes are out in front at the end of the third period, 42-39.
We want to thank one of our corporate sponsors, Parkland Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the manager. They're conveniently located at the Hampton Center Parkway and North Armstead Avenue. For a tour of the new facilities, please stop by or give them a call at 827-4670. And of course, we want to thank Zooms. David Allen Zooms, they've been our corporate sponsors all year long, like Parkland Wood Funeral Home, and we do appreciate them helping us out to recognize these young men.
Yeah, total rebounds now in the game through 3 quarters. Bethel Bruins have 9, so they only had two turnovers in the third period. And it looks like the Heritage Hurricanes had 5 turnovers in the third quarter. Total rebounding so far in the game.
Susan
Heritage
Bowers
has
up there.
23, and the Bethel Bruins have 20.
And Ron ESPN Baton.
And there he is waving. All right. They're sitting there shooting each other that time, weren't they?
Yeah, that was Nathaniel Braxton. We're going to get a shot at Nathaniel. We get a chance. But not during the action.
Started the fourth period as the Bruins will have possession first on the out-of-bounds possession. There's Butler attempting 3 again, and he was long on that one. That one went off of the Bruin knee as the Hurricanes will take over there. And I tell you what, Bernardo Butler is struggling tonight. He is 0 for. He has 1 point, 0 for 7, and that's not like Bernardo. But when he gets hot, look out.
Well, he better get hot. He's got less than 8 minutes to get hot.
Yep. Bruins trailing by 3 to the Hurricanes. Well, that was a nice little pickup by Rudy Foy, and he cans that one. Extending the lead now to 5. There's that NBA three-pointer again. Jimmy Williams. Oh, what a move. And he's even missing the short ones now.
Yeah, he has no confidence at all in his shot. He tried to just guide that shot in. Bernardo is really...
He's struggling tonight.
And then there's a lapse on defense.
And
boy, and they're going to have a timeout. Craig Breon doesn't like that. Since they had the lead, they've been outscored 8-1.
Monroe just put in his 11th and 12th point of the game. 6:35 to go in the fourth period. Bethel trailing the Heritage Hurricanes 46-39. And they're going to have to get something going here. We'll see a replay here of that last drive.
Well, no, see, nobody is back.
Yep.
They just, Bethel is walking down the court, not aware of what the situation is, not aware that there's a man under the basket wide open, gets an easy two.
Well, you know, the four teams that are representing the Peninsula District in this tournament, any one of those four teams can win this thing. Even though Heritage is the number 4 seed, they play solid defense, and that's been the key to them all year long.
We're back to a box and one. We're playing man-to-man on.
There's another three by
Vernon
Butler,
Davis.
and he sinks his first basket of the night.
Well, now they'll give him some confidence.
It took him 3 quarters plus to score his first points.
Well, they're keeping a man on Vernon Davis because Vernon has been the hot hand tonight, so they're playing him man-to-man.
That draws him to within 4. That's a 3-point play there by Marcus Ward as he sinks his second tray of the night, giving him 7 points. Norman Monroe picking up his second foul of the night. That's the team's 6th, and now both teams will be in the 1-1 the rest of the game.
Jimmy's got to convert these free throws. He missed the last 2. He was at the foul line.
And he's right now 1 of 4 on the night.
Bradford sits down.
Is that Adrian Brown that came in for him?
Yeah, it looked like Adrian's back in.
Jimmy Williams attempting to make his second free throw here. That is also short.
He missed. He's the last 4 times he's hit the front of the rim, not using his knees.
1 of 5 at the line tonight. Here's a 3-pointer. That is an NBA plus 3-pointer there. Jimmy Williams went way up to get that ball. Vernon Davis for 3 off the front or the back of the rim. Scramble for the rebound. Whoa, that's a backcourt, and they got him.
Well, he was forced back by number 32, but the official didn't see it. He'd have let the ball go out of bounds. It would have been Bethel Bruin ball. But he got a little bump right here. Watch that little bump he got.
Well, the key was the fact that he gained possession about 4 feet before he got to the midcourt line. And his momentum took him right on over that line anyhow.
Yeah, he got a little bump too. That helps.
Heritage leading 49-42 right at the 5-minute mark of the game. Looks like the last touch by Jimmy Williams.
Bruins are going to have to make some defensive stops and then come down and execute offensively and get some points.
There's Jimmy with another steal. That's at least a half a dozen already in this game. Called blocking foul. I don't think he would have got it if it went in.
But he's got to make his free throws. He's 0 of 4 in the last 4 trips to the line, or last 2 trips to the line.
And that foul's on Rudy Foy. That's his second on the game, 17 foul.
Yeah, they're giving him 1 and 1. It's not a shooting foul.
I didn't think they would have given it to him. So this is one of the things he's going to have to do now. They can't afford to not hit these free throws.
He's got to bend those knees when he's shooting.
Very important to make these points when the clock is not running. Makes that one.
Got his knees into it that time.
Maybe it's the pressure of the knowing they got to win. They got to get the shots now. They got to go in the hole for the Bruins to have a chance. 49-43. Heritage leading, 4:45 to go in the game. Jimmy Williams makes the second free throw. It draws them to within 5. Timeout on the court.
Bruins taking another 30-second timeout. Want to recognize the coaches. Head coach Craig Breon for the Bethel Bruins. He's assisted by James Daniels, Ernest Marshall, and Wayne Jones. Head coach Dennis Katufas for their Canes, assisted by Maxie Anderson, Ryan Everett, and Marcus Michael.
Again, winner of this game will play the winner of our second game tonight. Game between the Hampton Crabbers and the Woodside Wolverines for their right to advance to the state tournament. And the winner of tomorrow night's game will host the quarterfinal game right here next Saturday night against a team, we believe, from the northwestern part of the state. Is correct. Don't know at this point who they may be because they're going to be playing this week also. Down to 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the game. Boy, that was a late foul.
Yeah, and is he going to call on Williams? Yep, that's 4. And that's exactly what Dennis Katufas wanted to do.
Yep.
Spread the foul out, got the ball into the man right there. You got the ball into the man who's had the 4 fouls, and it can hurt you.
I think what Bethel needs to do is pull Jimmy out from underneath the basket and get him out front and let him play a guard the rest of this game. If they leave him up underneath the basket, he's likely to get that 5th foul because that's exactly what Heritage is attempting to do.
They're spreading it out. That's good coaching by Dennis Katufas.
Luician Radford at the line.
Another rebound by Jimmy Williams.
Made the first one, but he missed the second one. 50-44, Heritage leads. Thomas Sumter on a drive just off of it. And there's Radford with the rebound again. I don't know how many rebounds he's got on the night, but he's got a bunch.
Well, you got to get the ball to your shooters. Sumter's trying to do it himself. Yeah, I'd do it too. You got
absolutely
pull it away. Make the Bruins play you.
Five-second call and a turnover.
You play defense, good things happen.
Well, you knew that Heritage was going to do that. Oh, look at that! They're playing football again.
They stripped. We got a hurt player down there.
Looks like that's Radford. It might be a little shaken up. He's up and hobbling. The referees finally called timeout to.
Well, they can do that if the ball is in the Hurricanes' hands.
Yeah, but they waited until the player got clean across the midcourt line before they did it.
Yeah, that's very unusual.
They can't, if there's a chance for them to score, once he pulled up on it, call timeout.
The Bruins are going to have to play tough man-to-man the rest of this way to get back in this game down by 6. That was a little bit strong off the board, and Jimmy Williams again on the rebound.
We got a foul underneath. I thought so. He got Brian Graves for pushing Vernon Davis in the back to get that rebound.
Was that a three-pointer by Jimmy?
He missed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Williams has 15 rebounds. He has 8 defensive and 7 offensive.
Jimmy Williams has really owned the board so far in this game. 15 rebounds. 8 of them offensively, too, by the way. 7 of them offensively. As Vernon Davis is at the line, shooting 1-on-1. He makes the first one. And He made them both, and that draws them to within a 50-46 score. Here's the defense. Yeah, they're going to give them a timeout before the 5-second call. Ooh, that wasn't very... The crowd's not addressing that call too swiftly, but Hurricanes' Dennis Katufas got the timeout prior to the 5-second call. Oh, my.
That's a big play.
The officials blew it.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy Williams has 14 points here in the first half.
Hey, there, Mike. Say hi to Mom.
Hi, Mom. She's in Florida. She's not going to see it. I tell you what, we'll have to get him a film and send it down to him.
Will she recognize you?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy Williams, 15 points on the night.
Well, you know, he could have called the 5 seconds and still give them a timeout.
Yeah, he could have, but I don't know. But the way Downey was talking, it looked as though he was giving him the timeout prior to the 5-second call. Let's see what they do. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, he's giving it.
Heritage has possession of the ball. They got 14 points for Jimmy Williams and 15 rebounds. So tight, tough defense now, trapping defense by the Bethel Bruins with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go here, and Rudy Foy on a drive, a little off the basket. One of the smallest guys on the court, Thomas Sumter, getting the rebound.
He is the shortest guy on the court.
Give the ball back to Jimmy, let him drive, and that ball was blocked. Yeah, it was a pretty block.
That was a great block. He was just...
I think Jimmy went up and tried to put it in one hand up, and by that time he didn't have anything that he could use to protect the ball with. A couple of turnovers here. Oh, nice play. Norman Monroe putting the ball in after a feed from Rudy Foy. And they're now down by 6 with 2 minutes to go. There's Bernardo Butler with a 3, just off. Nice put back in there by number 32, Kevin Hawes. Draws them back to within 4 at 52-48. That's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to try for those threes. They're going to have to make sure they get the rebound and put it back in.
Right now, Dennis is going to hold the ball.
Yep.
And Jimmy can't afford to foul.
Almost, and they did. There's another steal by Jimmy Williams. And he needs to put the ball in somebody else's hand. Thomas Sumter on a drive and a give off to Jimmy Williams, who puts the ball in, and that'll draw them to within 2 with a minute 20 to go. What a game.
Nice pass by
Thomas Sumter.
Sumter, woo!
He fed that right in there to Jimmy Williams for the lay-in. A minute 20 to go here in regulation.
Both of these teams are in the 1-1.
It may come down to the free throws.
These two teams have played competitive ball all year. We televised the game at Bethel that went into overtime, won by this Hurricane team, and then the Bruins beat them the second time down there, and then
they lost it to each other on their own home court.
Right. Yeah.
And
well, then the Bruins beat them in the tournament. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Well, they played them 3 times.
There's so many blooming games we've gone to see the last couple of weeks. It's hard to remember who won what. I know the next game is going to be a war because.
Well, let me tell you something. Tim would have known. Tim would have known.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you know why?
Tim, where are you, buddy?
Because you would have told him.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to play with going to under a minute 20 now, down to a minute 15. 52-50, Heritage leads, and there's a wide open player, and he didn't get to draw the foul, but it's going to go off of Heritage, and it'll be Bethel's ball.
Whoa! It looked like that was going to be an easy 2.
And there could have been a couple of calls down there on that drive, too. There could have been an offensive draw. It didn't get called. It could have been a block that wasn't called. They're letting them play. They pretty much let them play throughout the whole game as we're under a minute to go now. 50 seconds, 52-50. Bethel's trailing. Are they not going to wait and try to go for the last shot, are they?
I wouldn't think so.
Jimmy Williams back to Sumter, and Sumter takes a shot, nails it.
Oh!
The two-pointer that ties it up at 52 all with 36 seconds to go, and the Bruins steal the ball.
Now you can go for the last shot.
Absolutely.
Now you can go for the last shot. Who got that steal, Sumter?
Yes. Sumter got the tying basket with 36 seconds left, and then they steal the ball in the inbound play, and now they have a chance that they can hold it to the last shot to win the game. 52 all here, 33 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the first thing you got to do is get the ball in bounds. That's number one, too. And I'm not privy to the number of timeouts that either one of the two teams have left, but both teams are on the 1-on-1, and you couldn't ask for a better contest than this.
This is exactly what we expected.
Absolutely. Woo, woo, woo. Hot dog. Got to be thinking of a player of the game, and I tell you, I got a couple.
Rebounds for Williams.
Williams has 16 rebounds now.
Jimmy has done a great job. Vernon
Davis has done a great
had
job.
An awesome game.
Let me give you a seat.
Sumter has had a great game.
Well, Vernon Davis has 19 points. He is 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and all of his other points have been by three-point shots, and he throws it away. Jimmy Williams just threw the ball over Vernon Davis's head, and now
6 seconds has gone off the clock.
Now the Heritage Hurricanes call timeout.
Well, yeah, there was no call for that. You gotta be focused and not relax.
Well, you know, the Bethel Bruins have really battled back in this game. They've trailed for all but the first 4 points of this game. They were behind.
Well, they took one lead, and that was very short-lived. But look right here.
He just threw it right over his head.
And there's no reason to. Nobody was on him.
It's one of the things I preach to my son when he's playing basketball. Use the bounce pass. Why would you toss the ball like that to somebody over his head? High schools, huh?
Well, I tell you what, Dennis Katufis has got to say I got an angel on my shoulder, because he thought for sure the Bruins is going to get the last shot.
Well, now he's got 27 seconds to play with, and he has the opportunity to take the last shot.
Well, let's see if they make a mistake. I bet he's telling these guys, first of all,
don't make a mistake.
Don't make any mistakes. Better let us go into overtime rather than throw the ball away.
Well, we know what they've done against each other in overtime.
Hey, a possession arrow favors the Canes.
Yep. Here we go, 27 seconds left. They still got to get the ball in play, though. And they do, as Rudy Foy drops back deep in the backcourt to get the pass. And let's see what happens. And he got away from him, but he's still keeping the clock on him. Oh, why would he take a shot like that? And they got the rebound. That's Rudy Foy with a pass and a beautiful play. 3, 2, 1. The shot is no good, and the Heritage Hurricanes have upset the number 1 seed, Bethel Bruins, by a score of 54-52 here at Churchland High School. Oh, my. What a putback.
I tell you, that was a game that you got to be excited if you're a Cane fan, very disappointed if you're a Bruin fan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, the Heritage Hurricanes will get their first ever trip to the state tournament.
Yeah, they will. I want to tell you,
basketball.
Our player of the game tonight will be Vernon Davis from the Bethel Bruins. Congratulations to Vernon.
19 points.
He's the one that helped him. Bernardo Butler was just not hitting tonight. And
he only had 4 points on the game, and that really hurt the Bruins tonight, was Butler not being able to put the ball in the hole, as he missed 6 3-point attempts he made. His only basket of the night was a single three-pointer. Again, final score, the Heritage Hurricanes upset the number 1 seed in the region, the Bethel Bruins. Final score, Heritage 54 and Bethel 52.
I give you our sponsors. Tonight's game brought to you by Zooms with 14 friendly neighborhood locations on the peninsula, and in part by Park Lawnwood Funeral Home, located Hampton Center Parkway and Armstead Avenue. For Bob Killen, Mike Hauser, this is Bob Hemp saying good night, everybody.